Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Carissa, and it's time for us to begin our lesson tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about adverbs. We're going to talk about regular adverbs and comparative and superlative adverbs. We're going to see how we can use those to improve our conversations. All right, so it's time for us to go ahead and get started. For those of you who have your tickets, come on into the Hangout. And for those of you who are listening in, thank you for joining us. We'd love to have you participate. All right, very good. I'm going to go ahead and welcome Julian. Is it Julian or Julian?
Julian,
Hello, Julian. How are you today?
fine, Carissa, and you? How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Doing pretty good. Your voice sounds just a little low, Julian. Would you mind adjusting the volume on your microphone?
Better?
That is better. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so Julian, please tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm from Bogota, Colombia. In this moment, I'm in my office. I'm working, but um, in this moment, I'm not doing nothing because I finish early my work, my job, my work job.
Okay, so you finished
Um,
your work early. Good. So you're not doing anything. Okay.
no, 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 no. But this is very, very important, no? But very interested to learn a lot English and improve my English.
Yes, very good. Well, I'm happy that you chose to join us here at Verbaling. So, how did you learn about verbaling?
Because here in my company, the leaders offer some talents here in Colombia. Pues, in my in my and in the company, the people who work here calls talent. Here, the company offered to the talent the opportunity to learn English, and this is a great tool to learn and try to interact with the native people from United States, Kingdom, and different countries.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. You do get to be in the company of international students and also native English speaking teachers. Okay, very good. Well, once again, thank you for choosing to join us here at Verbally. And also, thanks for choosing to join us here for this lesson. It's great to have you here,
Okay, thanks.
Julian.
Okay.
You're welcome. All right, and let's welcome Elcio. Hello, Elcio. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, Carissa. Long
Hello.
time no see.
Yes, it has been a few days.
Yes, 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks? No, it hasn't been 2 weeks.
Yes, I'm doing well. I
Uh-huh.
try to adjust my headset because I have some problems. I don't know why. The the Google Plus plugin has
Hmm.
adjusted my microphone automatically. I don't know why.
Oh.
It's
Hmm.
strange.
Yeah, that is strange. No, but it's your voice sounds good. I can hear you very well.
The voice is clear, but sometimes they adjust the volume to up to max.
Oh.
And it's
Yeah,
the
that
same problem of the keyboard. When you talk, your microphone is mute automatically.
Yeah, that's true. I think you and some other students told me the same thing.
It's the same problem.
Yeah.
I try to solve the problem. I
Mhm.
think I think that I found the solution.
Okay.
I will put the link for you.
Yes, please do. I wanted to ask you to send me that link again about the turning on and off the game controller function. I think you gave it to us in one of the classes.
No, it's uh, a config of the Windows 8. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't have Windows 8, so that's not a problem for me. Okay. All right. Well,
Carissa,
Elsie, it's good
Carissa,
to. Yes, please.
sorry to interrupt. You speak Spanish too? Or you're
Yes,
Or
I live in Costa Rica.
okay, yeah, because okay, no, that's the only question.
How do you know that I speak Spanish?
No, because I saw your I don't know your photo in a private session,
Oh, I
and I see
see.
English Costa Rica,
Yes, okay. Yeah,
and
okay, okay. 'Cause
um,
I thought that maybe that I'd said something in Spanish without knowing it, without realizing it.
and what do you think about the Spanish? Easy or hard to learn Spanish?
It's been a long process, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's definitely I I think for me learning signed languages is a bit easier because I'm a very visual person. I learn visually.
All right.
So learning a spoken language for me is a bit challenging. So I take that experience from my own personal experience of learning Spanish, and now I'm learning yet another spoken language to try to help my students. So just to try to, a lot of my classes, you'll find that I focus a lot on conversation because I think that's one of the hardest things to do is to go from understanding English and reading English, writing English to being able to have fluid conversations in English. So yeah, it's been a tough process, but you know I speak Spanish a lot better than I did when I first came here. So do I still have a lot to learn? Yes, yes, yes. It's one of those ongoing processes, and I'm sure maybe you feel the same with English.
No, okay. Good.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for asking. Good. Let's continue to welcome your classmates too. Hello, Adela. Welcome to class. How are you, Adela?
Hello, fine, thanks for asking.
You're welcome, Adela. You have an interesting picture.
Uh, this
Is that
is
you?
my
Well,
yes,
your eyes?
yes, it's a selfie in Spanish. Is the new is the selfie with the mobile smartphone. You can
Uh-huh.
in the background is a cascade or
A
cascade
waterfall?
waterfall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks beautiful. That's nice. Well, great to have you here with us, Adela. Okay, good. And let's also welcome Harry. Hello, Harry. How are you doing?
Hello, thank you.
Good. Great to have you again here, Harry. It's good. It's good to come back for future classes, and that way you're able to meet some other students and be exposed to a different lesson as well. Great to have you here, Harry. Welcome.
Thank you. I made
You're
a class
welcome.
before uh,
Uh-huh.
with Nate, and it was really interesting. I liked it very much because I we had a lot of conversations there, role play, and I liked it very much.
Good. Well, thank you. Good. I'm happy that you enjoyed the class. Yeah. So that's one of the things that I was just mentioning. My classes, I really like to have the students talk as much as possible. Okay, very good. So let's go ahead and welcome Felipe. Hello, Felipe. How are you doing?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, I'm doing just fine. It's great to be here with you. So, Felipe, please introduce yourself.
Well, hi everybody. I am Felipe. I am from Santiago, Chile. I am engineer. I work in a telecommunication company. Um, I'm married. I have two children. Today is cold in Santiago.
Oh,
Um,
really?
all is okay. All is yeah. It's cold. It's winter in
Oh.
Chile. So
Ah, okay, okay. Okay. About how cold is it? What's the temperature?
now
Mm-hmm.
Um, 10 degrees Celsius.
Okay, 10 degrees. Okay, wow, that sound very cold. Uh, well, yeah, that sounds like my hometown actually, but where I'm from, it gets a lot colder than that. I'm originally from Ohio, but
Okay.
there are parts of the states where it gets a lot colder than it does in Ohio. I'm in southern Ohio. Well, I'm from southern Ohio, but if you go to northern Ohio, it's sits on one of the Great Lakes. think it's Lake Erie. And you talk about, they call it the lake effect. That is a cold that I don't know, words can't describe. It's cold. I think there are colder places like in Antarctica and other places like that where, of course, the coldness does not compare to the coldness in Ohio. But places like Chicago just gets really cold. Here in Costa Rica, not so much. There's a place. It's called the Cerro de la Muerte, and it's a road that it takes you from eh, southern Costa Rica to northern Costa Rica. And once you get to the top of that mountain, you feel it. You feel the cold, especially if you go in the morning or at nighttime. So yeah, we can understand. We feel your pain. All right, guys. Well, listen. For those of you who have had my classes before, you know that my name is Carissa, and I'm originally from the United States. I'm from the state of Ohio, but I live in southern Costa Rica. I tend to like the southern parts of the places that I lived, apparently. But one thing I really like about Costa Rica is that it's coffee country, and I love a good cup of coffee, especially in the morning and in the afternoon as well. So I'm in the right place for that. All right, very good. Well, guys, listening to your English, you're all doing an excellent job so far. You've been able to introduce yourselves and tell me a few interesting things about yourselves. Thanks, Adela. And you're doing well. Now, I want to talk about a subject today that you're probably very well aware of, but let's get some practice using it. Okay? The focus of today's lesson is to take your conversation to a different level. Okay? Let's talk about all right, let's talk about the topic for today, okay? So in our description, and I'll just read it for those of you who are listening in and just to remind those of you who are here, what are adverbs? Comparative adverbs, superlative adverbs. So we're going to review what adverbs are, and we're going to practice using them appropriately. All right, so if I ask you, and I'm asking now, what can you all tell me about adverbs? Tell me what you already know about adverbs.
Adverbs qualify the verbs.
Good, they
Modify,
qualify.
modify,
Uh-huh.
modify the verbs or qualify.
Okay, good. So they can modify a verb. Okay, what else do we know about adverbs? Can anyone else tell me anything else about an adverb? What's the purpose of an adverb?
Adjective.
You said an adjective?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So an adverb can modify an adjective. That's right. That's true. Okay. Can an adverb modify anything else? They modify verbs and adjectives. Can they modify anything else?
An adverb modify.
That's right.
An adverb too? Or no?
That's it. It can modify another adverb. That's right. All right. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at a question. So if I ask you this question, I'm going to put it in the chat box. Okay, how did he drive? Okay, and I want you to use the word slow, but in the adverb form. So how do you answer this question? How did he drive? Okay, so what would be the correct way to answer this question? Okay, any ideas? Don't worry about being right or wrong. This is our practice area, so just shoot an idea out. How can you answer this?
She drive.
She drove slow.
Drove slow.
Okay, good. We're on the right track, and I'm going to type this here because I want to learn from this. Okay, so he drove slow. Okay, now slow is an adjective. How do I make slow an adverb? What do I add to it? Okay, Adela actually.
Yes, he drove slowly. No, he
There you
drove
go.
slowly.
He drove slowly. Very good. Okay, so you can see that slowly modifies your verb. What's your verb here in this sentence?
Drive.
Right, that's the base verb, drive. Okay, here it's in the past tense, so it would be drove. That's right, so he drove. Now, your adverb is going to tell you how he drove. Okay, he drove slowly. Okay, all right, very good. Now, we said that an adverb modifies the verb. Uh-huh. Okay, now what if it modifies the adjective? All right, so how could I say, someone said he drove slow. I could say that. He drove slow. All right. Now, how can I use an adjective here to modify slow? Slow is the adjective.
Very slow.
Yeah, that's it. All right. What's another one? He drove very slow. What's another adverb that I can use?
Quiet.
Okay, that would be quite. Right?
Quiet.
Good. He drove quite slow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Too slow.
He drove too slow. Okay, you could use too. Right? What about extremely? Yeah, he's probably a Sunday driver, yeah? So he drove extremely slow. Okay? All right, Elcio, how do you drive?
I'm driving um, during the work, my normal day. I drive very fast, extremely fast.
Okay.
But with my family, I drive very slow.
Okay, good. So when I drive to work, I drive extremely fast. Now, and why do you drive extremely fast to work?
Oh, let's see, because the time is very short.
Okay. Okay, so you feel like you don't have much time to get to work, so you drive extremely fast to work, and I drive extremely slow, or I drive slow with my family. Okay, good. All right, and let's see. Let's ask Julian. Julian, how do you drive?
Um, I drive in some cases fast, um, but I the the most of the cases I drive. How do you say? I drive. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Hmm.
Mm, how do you say? Uh, Sometimes I drive. Uh, how do you say? Calm down? No, en calma, con calma.
So, yeah, you could say I drive normally, or I drive patiently. I drive.
Yes,
Um,
this is the correct. I drive
it's,
patiently.
or calmly. Calmly is another way that you could say that.
Okay.
hmm
Yeah.
Okay. All right, very good, very good. All right, now guys, I want to ask a question, and I'm going to ask it. It's a true or false question. Okay, adverbs always end with an ly. True or false?
True. True.
True.
What is the question?
Okay, so I'm going to type it. I'm typing it here in the chat box. Okay.
True.
Um, okay, so I've got a few truths. Does anyone think this is false?
I think it's false.
False.
hmm
Mm,
Okay, yes, it is false.
yes, always no.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, it's false.
Yeah.
Many adverbs do end with an ly. Okay, they do. All right. I'm going to give you an example, and it's a word that we just used. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you a link, and I'll have you take a look at it. Okay. One of my favorite things is an online dictionary. Okay, and I like to use learnersdictionary.com. Okay. All right. Hit the link and tell me what you see. It should take you right to the word fast. Okay. Tell me when you can see it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Adjective, adverb, verb is
exactly. Okay, so it can be used as three different parts of speech.
a multi-word.
Yes, it's a multifunctional word.
Yes.
Okay, now you won't see fastly. Okay, no. You'll see fast, you'll see more fast, and most fast. Okay, so this is a tool that I'd like you to learn to do or to get into the habit of doing. If you're not sure if a word is an adjective or an adverb or how it functions, go to whatever dictionary that you like, online dictionary, and it will give you, I like this particular site because it gives you the different parts of speech that the word could be. And it gives you some examples. Okay, now look at the definition. Look at definition number 1 under A. All right, it says moving or able to move. What's the word there?
Quickly.
Quickly.
Quickly. Is quickly an adverb?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. All right, what verb is it modifying?
To move.
Right, that's it. It's modifying to move. Okay, all right, and you'll see it again in B. Okay, look at B. Happening quickly. All right, so you have two options. Okay, you can say that, for example, I drive fast. Okay, or I could say I drove quickly. Okay, to avoid an accident. Okay, all right, okay, good. So I just wanted to show you that that's a tool that you have. Okay, that online dictionary. I love that site. Okay, if you're not sure, go ahead and take a look at it. Okay, very good. Okay, let's move on to our next example. All right, let's say we have it here as it's modifying an adjective. So let me ask you this question, and that will give us some practice seeing how an adverb modifies an adjective. Okay, so here's the question in the chat box, and I'm going to ask. I need to hear from Felipe. Felipe, here's my question to you. How fast was his car? How could you answer that, Felipe? How fast was his car?
Mm, was faster.
Okay. Now, faster is a comparative word. Okay, so let's not compare yet. But okay, so here's again the question. How fast was his car? Okay, so to start our sentence, we're going to say his car. Okay, that's how we're going to answer. His car
He
was
um, very fast.
beautiful. Okay, his car was very fast. That's right, okay? I'm going to ask your classmate the same question. Harry, how fast was his car?
His car was quiet fast.
Okay, all right. His car was
Quiet.
quite. Um, okay, listen to the difference. Let me finish typing here quite fast. Okay, here's the way that these two words are spelled. Okay, Quite. 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 Okay, here's the
Quiet.
other word. It has the exact same letters, but it's spelled differently. Quiet. Quiet. Okay, so we have quite and quiet. Okay, do you hear the difference?
Yes, I heard.
Okay, very good. Okay, try it for me, Harry. Pronounce those two words for me.
Quiet and quiet.
Beautiful. There you go. You got it. Very good. Okay. All right. So in this example, you see how, okay, let's go back. His car was quite fast. All right. Elcio, tell me what's the adverb in that sentence? His car was quite fast. What's the adverb?
The adverb. Quiet.
Quite. Very good. And then the
Quiet.
other, right, quite. All right. And in the other sentence, his car was very fast. Elcio, where is the adverb?
And his car was very fast. And adverb is very.
Very. There you go. There it is. Okay. So a big part of being able to use adverbs is to be able to identify which words are the adverbs. Okay. All right. So let me give you another example so that you can see how an adverb modifies another adverb. All right. Now here we go. Let's see. So here's your question. All right. And where is Julian? Julian, how slowly did she move? Julian?
Mm, how slowly? Can you repeat me? Can you
Mm-hmm.
repeat me, please?
I sure can. And you can also check the chat box. Okay, the question is there. Okay, how slowly did she move?
How slowly did she move? She moves very slow. Uy.
Okay, somebody is really not happy.
Somebody's help me.
Somebody is really not happy there. Okay, is really unhappy. All right, okay, good. So let's say that she moved quite
Quite
slowly
slowly. Okay.
down the aisle. Okay, and what you said was good as well. She moved very slowly down the aisle. Okay, all right, so in that sentence, Julian, where are the adverbs? There are two adverbs there.
Slow? No?
Okay, okay,
Slow?
slow is not there. Okay, check it again.
She, quiet. No?
Okay, all right. Okay. Quiet is not in that sentence.
In the question that you
No, right here in the answer. Okay, the last thing that I have typed. Just watch your pronunciation. You're saying quiet. Okay, but
uh,
quiet is not in that sentence. What word is that?
quiet?
All right, I'm going to ask, what was it? Who was it? Felipe? Felipe, tell me again. What's the word? Okay, I think Felipe stepped away. Adela, can you tell me the word that's there? The adverb.
The adverb is quite.
Beautiful pronunciation, Adela.
Ah,
Okay, Julian, tell me again.
quite?
Quite. Beautiful job. Okay, so
Ah,
that's one of the adverbs. What's the other adverb there?
uh, quite?
That's
Slowly.
one. There's one. And what adverb is it modifying?
Uh, s- slowly?
Slowly. That's it. Okay, I
Oh,
think you said slow before. Okay, but in this sentence it's slowly.
slowly.
Very good. Beautiful. Good. I'm hearing some good pronunciation here. Excellent job.
I start to
Okay?
sweat a lot.
Yeah, don't worry. Remember, I said that this is a way for us to practice. Okay, so if you can practice here, we can get corrections, and then when you're out in the real world and you're using English, you're talking to other Native American or Native English speakers, then you'll have the correct pronunciation. All
Okay.
right, very good. Okay, I have a question for the class once again. Okay, I'm testing your knowledge. Okay, check the chat box. Okay, let me put it in the other chat box. I want you to tell me if these words are adjectives or adverbs. Now they do end in ly. Okay, whoever thinks they know, just go ahead and let me know.
There are adverbs and the end to L and Y. This is one characteristic. Bless you.
Thanks. All right. Okay, so you say that they are adverbs. All right. All right. Now let's see. I want to hear a different opinion. I think Harry, you said that they're adjectives. So why do you say that, Harry?
Because these words can't describe another adverb.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, they don't really fit, right? So quite. What they are adjectives. All right. Now let's take a look at this sentence on the board. Elcio, can you please read the sentence in the chat for me?
me see. Last sentence.
Mm-hmm.
That lovely woman lives in a friendly neighborhood.
Okay. Thanks,
That's
Adela, for
correct.
being here.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Good. So, that lovely woman lives in a friendly neighborhood. Okay. Are there any adverbs in this sentence?
Let me analyze. Yeah. That's lovely, friendly.
Okay. All right. Now, the word lovely is modifying what word? Is it a noun or is it a verb? It modifies woman. Is that a noun or a verb?
Oh no, it's a noun.
Right.
That lovely woman lives in a friendly neighborhood.
Right. There you go. All right. So I'll ask you again, Elcio, are there any adverbs in this sentence?
Mm, it's very complicated because
Hmm. All right. So lovely and friendly are adjectives. All right. They're modifying nouns. So let's take away lovely woman and friendly neighborhood. So the words that are left are that, lives,
that,
in
that,
a.
that.
Okay. Now is that modifying a verb?
Mm.
Friendly?
Oh, it's strange because the verb is after woman.
Right. Okay, so that is not modifying the verb, so it doesn't qualify there. Is it modifying an adjective?
Mm,
Uh, I don't know because friendly is not modify.
Hmm. Okay.
Only friendly is modifying the neighborhood. That's correct? Or
Yeah, friendly modifies neighborhood, but neighborhood again is a noun, so that would be an adjective.
uh, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay, so does anyone else have a thought there? Are there Okay, Harry says no, that there aren't any adverbs. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if Felipe. Felipe, do you agree with Harry that there are no adverbs here?
Mm,
Okay.
yeah, I think that there are not adverbs in that sentence
Mm-hmm.
because there are not any adverb modificate uh, any verb or any other adverb.
Okay, good. So you're applying. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to give you a link, and I want you to look at something. Okay. Let me give it to you. Okay. Again, this is a good exercise for you. All right. Okay. Take a look at the link. Okay. Now this is again to learnersdictionary.com, and the word that I typed in is that.
Oh, that is an adverb
Okay,
also.
that can function as an adverb, but it depends on how you use it. All right, now look at the examples. Look at the examples. All right, and the first one, okay, the example says it was the worst movie that I've ever seen. Okay, was it really that bad? Okay, look, that is modifying the adjective. That bad. Was it really that bad? Okay, yes, it was that bad. Okay, it's modifying bad. Or What would you do with that much money? Okay, that is modifying much. Okay, take a look at the second one. To the degree or extent indicated by a gesture. Okay, so for example, I could say he is about that tall, but I'm showing you with my hand. He's about that tall. Okay, so in that case, yes. Or I need a nail about that long. Okay, so even the word that can function as an adverb depending upon how you use it. In this case, it just seems like that is showing which woman. Okay, so this person, right, right. So that lovely woman. So tell me, in this case, in this sentence, do you think that that serves as an adverb? Are you signaling, if you're saying that lovely woman lives in a friendly neighborhood, are you pointing to that woman when you say it? Guys, I'm not hearing anything. Please say yes or no. What do you think?
Yes, that is modifying an adjective that is lovely,
Yeah, so
right?
I look at the last definition again. Okay, remember it says when you are to the degree or extent indicated by a gesture. Okay, so I'm signaling with my hand that lovely woman. Okay, so yes, in this case, that really does function as an adverb. Okay, it's one of those things that it's like a nuance, right? You probably wouldn't, it's something that you would pick up if you were talking to a native speaker, right? They would just do it subconsciously, and you go, hey, you wouldn't go, yes, that is used as an adverb, but you would understand. Okay, very good. So yes, in that sentence, there is an adverb. All right, very good. Okay, let's talk about comparative adverbs. Okay, so now we've seen how an adverb can modify a verb, an adjective, and another adverb. Okay, now let's talk about a comparative adverb. In most cases, you're going to add the word more, okay, to it. Okay, that compares it to something else. Okay, especially if you have a longer adverb and it's a regular one. Okay, so more friendly, more lovely, more comfortably, more noisily, more regularly.
More
Okay,
easy. More
Al-
okay,
easy.
al- Always, always using ly slowly.
with more.
okay. All right. Now, no, no. Just remember that not all adjectives have an ly at the end. All right. So this is just the first thing I'm telling you is just in general. All right. With adverbs in general, the ones that do have an ly, okay, especially the longer ones, okay, you're gonna say more easy for us. Okay. All right. So I want you to tell me something. Let's just practice this a little bit. Tell me something that you read more than, let's say, than a magazine. Okay? All right. So here's my question. Tell me something that you, excuse me, I'm going to make a correction here. Correction. Your should actually say you. All right. So tell me something that you read more regularly than a magazine. Uh-huh. Let's see, Felipe, what do you read more regularly than a magazine?
Um, the sport, the sport report.
Okay. All right. So I read. So you could say I read. Let's have a complete sentence here.
Okay, okay. I read regularly in a magazine that is the sport resume or the sport article.
Okay. So here we go. So I read sports articles.
Regularly,
Okay. Is
more
it
regular,
There you go. More regularly. More regularly.
regularly, regularly. I read I read in a magazine the sport article more regularly.
Okay, so I read sports articles. Okay, so you want to have your subject and then your verb. Okay, so I read, and then you're going to say what you read. I read sports articles. Now here's your comparative adverb. More regularly than
Ah, okay, more regularly is
than
than a magazine.
a magazine. There you go. There's your sentence structure. Okay, tell me one more time, Felipe. Read that sentence again.
I read the sport articles more regularly than a magazine.
Beautiful. There you go. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Harry. Harry, what do you read? Or tell me something that you read more regularly than a magazine.
Mm. I read my recipe book more regularly than the Bible.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you changed the book there. Okay, good. All right, so I read my recipe book more regularly than the Bible. Okay, there's a comparative. Good. Okay, Elcio, tell me something you read more regularly than a magazine or than some other book.
Uh, okay. I read more regularly my my Facebook than my than newspapers than magazines. Uh,
Okay.
I read
Mm-hmm.
more regularly my smartphone than magazines.
All right. Okay, now remember your sentence structure. Okay? So you're going to say your subject, then your verb, then your object. I read my Facebook. Now here comes your comparative adverb, sorry. Okay, I read my Facebook
I read my Facebook.
more regularly.
Uh, I read my Facebook more regularly than my smartphone. No, the magazine.
Okay, so then a magazine. Good. All right, then a magazine. All right, so you read your Facebook account. Okay, so again, you're comparing two things. Very good. All right, and let's see. Let's ask Julian. Julian, tell me something you read more regularly than a magazine or than something else.
I want to change a little bit.
Go ahead, go
Um,
ahead.
I like see documentary than magazines. Could be? No? Or it's better for me documentary than the magazines or than read
Okay,
magazines.
okay. All right, now in your sentence, I'm going to ask you this. Where is your comparative adverb?
Oh my God. That no,
It's
no, no. It's
invisible.
a little mistake. Okay, okay.
Okay, okay.
Um, uh, I like read the newspaper. I know I like read economy part than the social part in the newspaper. No,
Okay, so I like to read the economy section.
than the social section in the newspaper.
Okay, again, okay, so here is your comparative adverb. More regularly. Okay,
Oh,
we can't leave it out. All right, so I like to read the economy section more regularly than the social section.
it could be I usually read the economy economy what was the word that you said? The
Section?
economy section than
Uh-huh.
the politician section. And this is
Mm,
a
oh,
frequency
okay.
usually.
So here it is. Okay, so you said I usually read the economy section than the social. Okay.
Yes.
Now, okay. Now let's take a look here. Okay. Remember when we're talking about comparative adverb, we're saying more plus your adverb.
Oh my God.
Okay, and it's usually it follows this pattern usually. More adverb, and then a lot of times it has than afterwards. Sorry, more often than, not then. Sorry, than. Okay, so in this sentence, your last sentence wouldn't quite qualify because it's missing more and then are than. Okay, so that's why in the sentence above it, I like to read the economy section. Now here's the key. More regularly than the
Okay.
social section.
More regularly than social section.
Than the social section, that's right.
Than the social section. Okay.
Okay, now it's good that you're looking for other adverbs to put in there. Okay, but just make sure that you're following the basic recipe. Just the basic structure. All right, now we said that not all adverbs end in ly. Okay, there are some exceptions. They're shorter adverbs, okay, and they're a bit irregular. All right, so let's talk about those a little bit. Okay, so what do I do with the adverb well? Okay, so I could say I'm feeling well today. All right, now I can't say more well. It doesn't match, doesn't fit. Okay, this is conjugated differently, and what you need to do is you're going to just have to Google it. Okay, there are some irregular adverbs. Okay, so I could say, for example, I wasn't feeling well yesterday. Okay, and you could ask me, so Carissa, how are you feeling today? And I could say, I'm feeling. Who could take a guess? I wasn't feeling well yesterday, but today I'm feeling
Better.
beautiful. That's it. Today I'm feeling better. Okay, that's the comparative adverb. Okay, so you start off with well, and then you continue with better. That's the comparative adverb. Better. Very good. I'm feeling better. Okay, what if I have fast? What's the comparative? So I can say I drive fast, but drives.
Wake.
Okay. Now remember we are comparing. There you go, Harry. Faster. Faster. I drive fast, but LCO drives faster. What do you think about that, LCO?
Comparative with faster.
No, what do you think about the sentence? I drive fast, but you drive faster. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Okay. All right. What if we had the adverb bad?
Worst.
Excuse me, badly. All right. That's it. Worse. Worse. Okay, so here it is. Worse. Worse. Okay. All right. What about much? If I have the adverb much, what's the comparative?
Very. No. Much. So much.
Okay, so I super. Okay, very good. No, that's not it. Okay, so let's say I didn't think I could eat that much food. Okay, I didn't think I could eat that much food, but I ate more than I thought. Okay, so the next step after much is more. Okay, so much and more. All right, how about this one? I wake up I wake up early, but my kids wake up
Earliest. Earlier.
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 Earlier. There you go. My kids wake up earlier. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Let's say, um, okay, uh, that type of hard is hard, but this one is,
Harder.
there it is. It's harder. Very good. So there's your comparison. Okay. All right. So these things are something that you're just going to have to practice with it. Okay. If you're not sure, again, use your dictionary online. Okay. All right. Here, I'm going to give you one more, and then I want to finish off with a different activity. Okay. Um, okay. Let's see. I knew that the movie. I knew that the movie would end late, but it actually ended blank than I thought.
Mm,
Okay, what's missing? What's the comparative of late?
Later.
There
Later.
you go. All right, so later than I thought. Very good. Okay, let's say she speaks softly, softly. All right, what's the comparative of softly?
More softly.
Good, you could say softly. All right, so she speaks more softly. What's another way to say more softly?
Mm,
Softest.
Okay, not softest. Okay, you're close, Harry. Softer. Remember, you're comparing. Okay, she speaks softly, but he speaks softer.
Soft.
Okay, with an R at the end. Softer. Okay, soften is not a word. Okay, softer. Okay, so more soft.
softer.
Okay, more softly or softer. Okay, the same thing with loudly. It can be more loudly or it could be louder, or more slowly or slower. Okay? All right, it's just a matter of practice. All right, now some of you have already touched on the superlative. All right, now your superlative, there's nothing higher than the superlative. All right, so you have your basic adverb, you have your comparative adverb, and then you've got your superlative adverb. There's nothing higher than that. Okay? All right, so if you have an adverb that ends in an ly, you're going to say, here's your formula, the most, and then your adverb that has an ly. Okay? So I could say the most comfortably, the most noisily, the most silently, the most effectively. Okay? All right, good. So that's your superlative. Now, again, there are exceptions to that rule. So let's go back to well. All right, let's build on it. Okay, so I feel well. I feel better. Okay, now we have
Much
the
better.
best.
Or the best.
The best. Okay, so I feel the best I've felt in years. The best. Okay, I drive fast. Elsie drives faster. But Julian drives the fastest.
Drive the fastest. Oh,
Drives the
the
fastest.
fastest could be.
Okay, let's say Julian drives
Ben, I can drive it more faster.
even faster. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know how fast Julian drives.
I take
And
airplane.
and now
LCO has a need for speed. Okay, good. So Carissa drives fast. I really don't drive fast. So let's just say for the sake of example. All right, so Carissa drives fast. LCO drives faster. Julian drives the fastest.
Fast.
Okay, or I could say, for example, I could say Felipe wakes up early. Okay, Harry wakes up. What's after early?
Earliest. Earlier.
Okay, earlier. All right, and then the superlative, Carissa wakes up the
Earliest.
earliest. Okay, good, very good. Okay, now I'll give you one more example and then we need to end for today. Okay, let's talk about little. Okay, so I could say, I'm going to start off. I eat a little. Okay, what can you say after that? What's a comparative? If I say I eat a little, what can you say?
Less.
Good. So I'm going to type that here. I eat a little. Okay, he eats less.
Less.
He eats less. She eats. Okay, now what's the superlative?
Least.
The least. There you go. She eats the least. Now I do hear some typing, so if you're searching for the words, that's great. That's exactly what you need to do. All right? I eat a little. He eats less. She eats the least. Okay? Very good. And that's basically it. Okay? Yeah. That's it. Okay, so those are our adverbs. Okay, remember when you are identifying an adverb, adverbs modify what three things? Who remembers? Adverbs modify what three things?
The verb and adjective.
Good. That's two. Verbs and adjectives and what other thing?
Other adverb.
Beautiful. Other adverbs. All right. When I want to compare an adverb, what word do I add before the adverb? Usually. Under normal circumstances, for a regular adverb, what word do I add before the adverb?
More.
More. There you go. So the comparative is usually formed by adding more and then the adverb. There are some exceptions like better, faster, worse, less, more, etc. All right, when I want to do the superlative, what two words do I add?
Most.
The most. Okay, because there's nothing higher. This specific thing, so you need your article, your definite article, the most. Or with some adverbs, you're going to add an est at the end. You're going to add the plus your adverb and then est at the end. Okay, so remember fastest, the fastest. Excuse me. Okay, very good. Well, that's going to do it for our lesson for today, guys. Hopefully this was a good exercise for you with your adverbs. Your homework will be to continue working with your adverbs. Okay? All right, well, that's going to end it for our class today. Hopefully I'll see you soon for another class. Otherwise, you can book a private lesson if you would like. Have a great day or evening, everyone, and see you soon.
Okay.
Bye bye,
Bye.
Carissa.
Thanks a lot. See
You're
you.
welcome. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Okay. Bye.